have recently been using the sickest modification, Shatterline, that transforms this bad boy into a monster. So today I'm bringing yet another in-depth modification video. I've already tackled a few of these, but I have to say this one's gotta be my favorite modification in the game right now. If you're usual in my streams, then you know I rock this mod almost every game recently in Escort. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why it's such a good mod, as well as I'm going to teach you an easy way to cheese this mod. And yeah, I might totally regret making this video. Now let's start from the beginning. We're talking here about the Pacifier Crusader, a legendary modification whose description reads, "For honor, increased RPM if reloaded at full health." So upon reading this description, personally, I thought it was a little bit vague, and I had a few questions of my own. But most importantly, I had two major questions. First was, how much of an RPM increase are we talking about here? And secondly, if reloaded at full health, does that mean if I get shot, I will lose that RPM boost? So let's clarify those questions here as well as many others in this video. Starting off with that second question. Do we lose the RPM boost if we get shot? The answer to that is a simple no. The way this mod's trigger works is, when we reload, if we have full health, the RPM increase will trigger. And we keep that RPM increase for the remainder of the magazine, regardless of whether we take damage or not. Now, of course, if we reload while we do not have full health, the For Honor will not trigger, even if we reach full health after we're done with reloading. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, how much of an RPM increase are we talking about here? The Pacifier without any mods achieves an RPM of 662 shots per minute, which is not bad. It's already the second fastest assault rifle in the game. But when we throw the Crusader on top of it, then we boost that RPM by 13%, bringing it all the way to 749 rounds per minute, which makes it the fastest assault rifle in the entire game. So when you hear it like that, 13%, you think, meh, that's not really that much. But if you stop to think about it, a 13% RPM increase on the Pacifier is basically saying its damage increases by 13%, which is a lot. And by the way, with this RPM increase, the Pacifier becomes the deadliest body shot assault rifle in the game. At close ranges, mid ranges, and long ranges. It beats all of them no matter the range. Now granted, for headshots, it's still the worst assault rifle in the game, since headshots with the Pacifier weirdly only increase the damage by around like 10%, which makes no sense, but oh well, that's not the subject of this video. Now if this AR being the deadliest out of all of them isn't enough to buy you out on it, then let me present to you what makes this such an insane option. I'm going to show you here a 5-second clip and you'll see for yourself. This weapon is not only the deadliest assault rifle, but it is also by far the most accurate. Now surely, you could argue that the Pylum has better recoil since it technically resets after each burst, but yeah. Anyways, still by far the most accurate automatic assault rifle in the game. It is a goddamn laser beam. So how do we utilize this mod to its full potential? Let's start with the attachments. I use the same 3 attachments that I use that I absolutely never touch. I use the AFS Lex sight, which in my opinion is the best sight in the entire game. To me, it's the most accurate sight. It almost weirdly feels easier to control recoils when using the sight. But if you have another sight of preference, then go ahead and do your thing. I won't judge you. And I use the TVG FG MK1 grip. That was hard to read. This one, in my opinion, is a must. Because when you use this modification that increases your RPM, it'll come with a cost. Since the weapon shoots faster, it means the recoil will also kick harder. So to compensate for that and to allow this weapon to become a laser beam, I stick with this grip. And lastly, there's the magazine, which I opt in for the fast reload magazine. I know a lot of people won't agree with this choice, but when a modification is based entirely around reloading, then I want to use the fastest and most responsive choice when it comes to reloading so that I'm always topped off with the RPM increase. So how do I cheese this mod like you said earlier in the video? Well, I say cheese, but really it's just using it to its max potential. And the way I do that is, well, I'm a Malva main. And putting this simply, this mod on a Malva player's hands means the RPM increase is always turned on, as I'm constantly topping off my health before reloading. So essentially, I have this bad boy running at its full potential the entire game by combining constant full health with the best attachments for it, and it becomes a hell of a force. Now don't let me catch you guys insta-locking Malva, it'll make a rap tag sad. Now that's it for this godlike mod. Get to fragging, my boys, and I'll see you guys next time. Much Much love.